Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Casa Daniel, where I'm about to fight a 2,000-point battle between my Dark Angels and Marcus's Wyrmlords. So the story that we've got going on here is that this is a continuation, essentially, of the last mission that they fought against each other, both sides not being completely mollified by the result, and the Dark Angels certainly not being happy with the fact that they were being denied their answers. So they continued to prosecute the mission against them, and that's where they found themselves to be here. So essentially what's going on here is the Dark Angels are trying to get the answers for that dark armored Astartes that the Wyrmlords had been working with to try to find in their mission to find the Primarchs. And the Wyrmlords are not giving up their sources easily. So we're still at battle here on this planet. That's the story. We are going to be playing Surround and Destroy, which is one of the Strike Force missions from the chapter approved Grand Tournament Packet 2020. Essentially, it's Dawn of War deployment. There are 6 objectives on the table, 2 in the center, and then 2 in each of our deployment zones. There's one back in there. And it's the primary mission is hold 1, hold 2, or hold more to get 5, 5, and 5 for a maximum of 15 points per turn and a maximum of 45 points for the primary. We also chose our secondaries here. So we have my opponent's chosen engage on all fronts, which is get 2 points at the end of your turn if you have units in 3 table quarters, and 3 points if you have them in all 4 table quarters. You also chose raise the banners. So he's going to be performing actions on these objectives to get him points at the end of his command phases and at the end of the game. And he chose grind them down. So he's trying to kill more of my units each turn than I kill of his. I have chosen engage on all fronts as well. I've also chose assassinate, so giving me 3 points for each of his characters that I kill. And I also chose Oath of Moment, which is one of the secondaries from the new Space Marine Codex that we are both going to be playing from, since Dark Angels are now part of the Space Marine Codex family. And essentially what it is at the end of the battle round, I score 1 point if I manage to destroy a character, vehicle, or monster. I score 1 point if I did not fall back. If I did not fall back or fail a morale test. And I score 2 points if I have a unit wholly within 6 inches of the center of the table. And that is going to be our secondaries. So that's going to be the story. That's going to be the mission. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the 2 armies that are going to be fighting it out. So for the Dark Angels, I'll be running a battalion detachment. Leading up that detachment, we have a Primaris Captain, we have a Primaris Lieutenant, and we have a Primaris Chaplain. We have 2 Intercessor squads and an Infiltrator squad. We have an Apothecary. We have a 5-man Terminator squad with an Assault Cannon. We have an Outrider squad. We have a 3-man Inceptor squad. We have a 9-man Hellblaster squad. We have a 3-man Eradicator squad. We have a 5-man Devastator squad with 4 multi-meltas and a drop pod. And last but not least, we have a Redemptor Dreadnought. And for the Salamanders, he'll be running a battalion detachment. Leading off that detachment, we have a Chapter Master in Terminator armor, and we have a Primaris Chaplain on a bike. We have 3 5-man tactical squads, each with a heavy bolter. We have a Primaris Apothecary and a Company Champion. We have a 4-man Blade Guard Veteran squad and a Blade Guard Ancient. We have a 3-man Eradicator squad. We have a 5-man Devastator squad with 4 multi-meltas. We have an Impulsor and a drop pod. We have a Storm Talon. And last but not least, we have a 10-man Terminator squad, 8 with Lightning Claws and 2 with Thunderhammer Storm Shields. Deployment for the Dark Angels. I've got my Outriders on the flank on the right over here. I've got an Intercessor squad in the building over here. I've got my Redemptor Dreadnought ready to charge up the field over on this side. I've got another squad of Intercessors in the building over here. I've got my 9-man Hellblaster squad right over here, along with My Chapter Master, I did upgrade my Captain. I think I only said Captain, but he's a Chapter Master over here. I've got my Primaris Chaplain over here, and I've got my Primaris Lieutenant here, along with an Apothecary behind them. It should be noted that the way they've said that the way that Chapter Master works for chapters. Oh man, I don't know why I had that. Chapter Master, the way the Chapter Master works for chapters that have a named Chapter Master in them. So essentially for like the Space Wolves, even the Ultramarines, all of those that they have it. You can still take a captain and upgrade him to Chapter Master as long as that named Chapter Master isn't also on the table. So if I was to bring Azrael, or if an Ultramarines player was to bring Marnius Calgar, they couldn't bring another captain and upgrade them to Chapter Master. They could only do that if those guys aren't going. They said essentially it's you're playing with like an alternate timeline then where he isn't the Chapter Master, or you're whatever it is, you're just playing on an alternate timeline there. But you can't bring them at the same time, but you can take them as they are. So I wanted to give it a shot with the new rules here. So he's going to be my Primaris Chapter Master. So you can consider it either essentially like a successor chapter of the Dark Angels, because I don't think that really changes much now, because you would just take as your make your own chapter. You could take there's a inheritor of the whatevers, and you just take that. So it should be fine to go over there. And then last but not least over here, I've got my infiltrators in the center of the table. In reserves, I have my Terminator squad, my Inceptors, I have my Drop Pod with my Devastator squad, and then I have my Eradicators in strategic reserve. Going over deployment now. For the Wyrmlords, we have his 5-man tactical squad over here on the objective. We've got his Impulsor. Inside of the Impulsor is going to be the Primaris Apothecary, the Blade Guard Veteran Ancient, and the Blade Guard Veteran squad. We've got the Storm Talon back over here, along with the Primaris Chaplain on a bike. We've got another tactical squad right over here. We've got his last tactical squad over here. And then in reserves, we have the 10-man Terminator squad. In tactical reserves, he has his Eradicators, and he has his Drop Pod, along with the 5-man Devastator squad and the company champion. So those are going to be there. So that is going to be deployment. We are now going to roll off to see who will have the choice to see who's going first. Rolling off here. My opponent rolled a 1. I rolled a 2. Off to a great start for both of us here. Yeah, I think I'm going to choose... Oh, man. What am I going to do? I'm going to figure it out. Well, you'll see who moved after we come back with that. Movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. Yeah, I did decide to do it myself. My Intercessor squad stayed back on the objective back over here. My Outriders advanced up over here. As we were filming this, they dropped the FAQ about using the different chapters, and the Dark Angels were one of them. We lost the ability to do Speed of the Raven. So we lost Speed of the Raven. We also lost Weapons of the Dark Age, which are not great. But they did change Jink now, where Raven Wing units, which these guys are now, if you just move, you get a 5-up invul save against shooting. If you advance, you get a 4-up invul save against shooting. So pretty cool. So they're going to have a 4-up invul save there. This guy advanced up over, my Redemptor Dreadnought advanced up over here onto the objective. This Intercessor squad stayed on there. This whole big block of Hellblasters and characters moved up over there. My Chapter Master elected these guys to be the one to reroll everything. My Chaplain tried to set off a litany, but it failed. I failed on my roll there. These guys stayed where they were. And then in came my Drop Pod with my guys moving out over here. They're within 12 inches of his flyer over there. I also, when they came in, I spent 2 CP on Steady Advance, which is a new stratagem in the Space Marines Codex. And essentially, if you do the normal move, which they did, they will be counting as standing still, which is pretty great as a Dark Angel, because they will get +1 to hit because of my new chapter tactic. So pretty cool there. I will take that. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, we're going to start off with my Devastator squad here, firing into his flyer. I gave the Signum to one of the guys, giving him a 2+ ballistic skill. And essentially the way this works now is they count as having stood still because of the stratagem, which means as Dark Angels, I get a +1 to hit. They also don't suffer the penalty because they count as standing still for their heavy weapons. So technically they are at 1+ to hit and 2+ to hits. But now, because he's -1 to hit, they will be back to 3s and 2s. So we'll go with the guy with the 2-up ballistic skill first, hitting on 2s, because multi-melters are now 2 shots. And then we'll do the other ones hitting on 3s. Okay, no rerolling 1s anymore, but it's still pretty good. These are going to be strength 8, so wounding on 3s. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at AP -4. So that's just going to go straight through. Yep. They are in half range, which means these are all going to be D6 plus 2 damage each. Yeah, he's like double dead. So he's going to be, yeah, that's going to be, what is that, 15, 19, 21 plus 10, so 31 damage there. Does he explode? He does not. Now my Hellblasters are going to supercharge and fire into his Impulsor over here, because they can see him because he's in the terrain over here. This does not obscure them, and they can see without having to draw line of sight through this. So there are going to be 9 of them there. They're not in rapid fire range, so they will be hitting on 3s. I am going to supercharge, and because they were elected by the Chapter Master, they get to re-roll everything. So re-rolling everything here. Okay, 1 will die, but the others all hit. I'll take that. Yeah. Strength 8, because I supercharged, hitting on, wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant that's over there. All right, so that's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8 at AP -4. Oh, that's going to go straight. Oh no, you got your 5-up invul save. Didn't you take the? You didn't take the shield dome. Oh, it didn't take the shield drum. Okay, it's
just pretty.
All right, so then that's going to be 12 damage. So he's dead.
Yes, he is.
Does he explode? He does not. And then the guys inside. There's 4, 5, 6 guys inside. All right, see if any of them die. One of them will twist an ankle as he's coming out of the wrecked vehicle. Okay, and that is going to be it for the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 1. Pretty effective. I think it really affected his ability to move around on the table a lot, which is pretty good. So I'll take that. So that is going to be it for the Dark Angel's turn here. I did score 3 points for engage on all fronts because my drop pod's in that one outside of 6 inches of the center. These guys are in this one. These guys are in this quarter, and then a bunch of guys are in this quarter over here. So that's going to be it. Pretty good turn there. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Wyrmlords here on turn 1. Movement phase for the Wyrmlords here on turn 1. These guys kind of moved up into cover over here, staying on the objective, but not trying to stay in line of sight of them Hellblasters over there. Over here, his chaplain here, he's the Master of Sanctity, so he did manage to get off both the ones that he tried there. He tried the one that like supercharges him, so he's giving him like +2, like +1 attack, +1 strength,
+1 attack, and
+1 damage. He also got off the one that units, core units within 6 inches of him can get +2 to their charge range. Speaking of, these guys all moved up over this way through the wall there, Kool-Aid Man in it. His apothecary at the end of his movement phase spent 1 CP to bring back his dude bro over there at full wounds. So he is up there ready to make the charge into these guys over here. These guys stood still where they were, and these guys stood still where they were. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. His drop pod did stay in Deep Strike Reserve, as did everyone else. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. Starting off, his Blade Guard veterans are going to fire their heavy bolt pistols into my Devastator squad. That's going to be 2 hits. Strength 4, so 4s to wound, not 1s. Reroll.
Salamander still has 1 reroll.
Salamander, 1 wound. So it's 1 wound roll that you can reroll. Right. You don't get to reroll a hit roll anymore. So it's still not gonna be a wound with a 3 though. Strength 4.
Fire on them.
All right, so this guy's dragon's gonna shoot his twin bolt rifle into my dude bros over here. So these are gonna be hitting on 3s. Yeah. That's gonna be 3 hits. Wounding on 4s. Reroll 1 wound roll because of Salamanders. So that's gonna be 2. AP -1. I've got some guys that are out. Actually, I'm going to take it on the sergeant first. So it's AP -1 +1 because he's in cover over there. So 3-up save. He's good with a fill first. And he fails there, and he did. He's got 2 wounds! Woo! Ancient's going to fire into the squad as well with his heavy bolt pistol. That's not a hit. And now the Apothecary is going to shoot his special bolt pistol thing that he's got going on there, but not going to hit on one. Technical squad over here they are touching the terrain there, so they count as they're on the terrain so they can see through it. They're going to fire into my bikers over here. These are going to be 3. The small dice are going to be the heavy bolter. The other ones are going to be regular bolter. So hitting on 3s. Okay, pretty good there. And then strength 5 and 4. So looking for 4s and 5s. Reroll 1 wound roll because of Salamanders. Get out of the way, book. Oh no, I'm throwing books everywhere here. All right, so we have
nice
3 and 2. So AP -1 for the AP -2 because of that. So these ones I'm gonna have a 4-up invul save because they advanced because of Jink now. That's the way it works for the Ravenwing. So 4-up invul saves on these ones. Making one of them, they're 2 damage apiece now, so that would kill a guy. I'm gonna spend a CP to reroll one of these. Into a 5, he good. And then 2 3-ups. And I failed one of those, but he's still alive. So now we're going into the assault phase. His Blade Guard veterans are gonna charge into my Devastator squad and into my drop pod. I'm going to spend 1 CP to fire Overwatch with my Devastators. So we're going to go with the multi-meltas first. These are going to be hitting on 6s. So it's 2 shots each, hitting on 6s. Getting 2 wounds. These are going to be 2 hits. I'm sorry. 2 hits. My bad. And then these are going to be wounding on... are they tough? They're only tough 4, right? So it's tough 4. So wounding on 2s. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll one of those. Reroll that. Into that, so that's going to be good. So that's going to be 2 wounds with the multi-meltas.
4-up invuls.
4-up invul saves. Makes 1, fails 1. Do you want to spend a CP to reroll it?
Nope.
Nope. So it's going to be D6 plus 2. So that's 7 damage to that one guy.
Well, I mean, I could clutch it out, couldn't I?
Oh, yeah, because he does have... so it's going to be 7 damage here. So now he's got his Apothecary 6-up, feel no pain.
I only need 5.
No, he's not. He saved one of them and then blew up. I like to imagine this is the first wound. He was like, ooh, that hurts. He was like, no, it doesn't. He's like, you're right. And then the rest of his body just evaporated. And a crack grenade from the sergeant, because why not? 6s! No, that's why not. So their charge distance over here. That's way in. And now his chaplain's going to charge into my Devastators as well. He's going to have +2 to this, as the other guys did. Ooh, he needed it. So he's just going to go right there into him. It's of note is that he was thinking about possibly charging into my drop pod over here and then just smacking him with his hands instead of his Crozius, which now does like 4 damage because he took the relic and he has the benefit from his litany. But we looked it up, and now in 9th edition, if you have a close combat weapon, you have to use it. The only time that you can use the close combat weapons of just your base attacks, it says, is if you have no close combat weapon or if you can't use it. It doesn't say that you can just choose not to use it anymore. So interesting little difference in 9th edition. I hadn't heard anyone talk about that. So yeah, so worth of note there. The Apothecary is going to charge into my drop pod over here. He needs a 6 because he's within 6 inches of the litany giving guy there. Ooh, does not make it. And then he's going to try to make the same charge. Again, needs a 6 to get in and does make that. All right, so now his Blade Guard veteran are going to start us off in the fight phase into my Devastator squad here. They're going to have 13 attacks because they've got 3 base and 4 base, respectively, with the Sergeant. And then it's +1 because of the charge, because of shock assault. They are going to be attacking into my dude bros over here. So these are going to be hitting on 2s because the Blade Guard Ancient is over there. All right, so it's going to be 1 miss. And then these are going to be strength +1 mastercrafted power sword. So looking for 3s to wound. You can reroll one of those as Salamander. Alrighty, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are damage 2, so these will just straight up kill my guys right now. So we've got 8 6-up saves. I need to make a lot of them. 6 up, show them fell faces! No, I get 1, so they are dead. Now the Blade Guard Ancient is going to attack into my drop pod over here. So he's going to have 5 attacks on the charge, hitting on 2s because of his ability there. All right, and then these are going to be wounding on 5s because he just has his bare fist that he's slapping there. Rerolling 1 because of Salamanders. So that's going to be 1, 3 up save. Yeah, he good. And that will be it for the Wyrmlord's turn here on turn 1. At the end of his turn, my opponent did not score any secondaries because he does not have engaged in all fronts. He did raise the banner over here with those guys on that objective over there. So he's going to start getting points for that next turn. And at the end of the battle round, he did not get grind them down because I killed more units than he did. I also got 4 points for Oath of Moment because I killed a vehicle, creature, or monster this turn. I also vehicle character or monster this turn. I also did not fail morale test or fall back this turn. And I also got 2 points for having a unit wholly within 6 inches over here. So that's going to be it for turn 1 here. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 2. Movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 2. My intercessors over here and my intercessors over here stayed where they were. These guys moved up over here so that they are in engagement range of both of the objectives. And those 2 guys are on the terrain there, so they'll be able to see those guys through the wall over there. Or actually, they're in there anyway, so that should be fine. He moved up, my Dreadnought moved up over here. These guys stayed where they were. He stayed where he was because he has to. And then over here, my Hellblasters advanced up over this way, as did my Captain and my Lieutenant, my Apothecary as well, and my Chaplain. My Chaplain only rolled a 1. Everyone else basically rolled a 6. So everyone was really booking it over here. And then my Dude Bros over here dropped in, looking on over there with my Terminators. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. Yeah, that's going to be it for the movement phase. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase. These guys over here are going to fire into his tactical squad to start us off. They are going to have 4 shots each. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Okay. Not great. Nice. These are going to be strength 4, so looking for 4s to wound. Okay, that's going to be 3 wounds. AP -2 because it is tactical doctrine. +1 because of cover, so 4 ups. Fails 2 of them, so that's going to be 1 dead because they're 2 wounds each now. And then over here, my Terminators are going to fire into these guys over here. So they're going to be hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s because they're within 6 inches of my Chapter Master. Unfortunately, his Chapter Master ability has to go in the command phase, and they weren't there yet, so that's where we're at. So rerolling 1s because of the Captain there. Alrighty. That's pretty good. I'll take that. And then these are going to be strength 4. So looking for 4s to wound, rerolling 1s because of the Lieutenant. Rerolling 1s because of the Lieutenant. Alrighty. Not meant to be on those. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 at AP -1 because of it being tactical doctrine.
Salamanders ignore AP -1.
Salamanders ignore AP -1, so these are going to be 2 up saves because of cover. So that's still going to be 2, so 1 guy dead. And then we have the assault cannon. Rerolling 1s. These are hitting on 4s because he moved. And then these are going to be strength 6, so looking for 3s to wound. Rerolling 1s. All right, so that's going to be another 4. AP -1 that they ignore. Still another guy dead.
On the other side.
He's actually in range of the Apothecary over there. Forgot about that. Field of Pains. Makes 1, so 1 will be alive with 1 wound left. He's going to shoot his Stormbolter into the Blade Guard veterans because he's a vehicle, so why not? That's going to be all hits because it's not a heavy weapon. Looking for 4s to wound. That's going to be 2 wounds. AP -1. No, you good. All right, into the assault phase now. My Terminators here are going to charge into his Dude Bros. He's not going to spend a CP to Overwatch, but he is going to get the +1 to hit in the next round of attacks over here. So these guys are going to charge in. They need a 9-inch charge to get in. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll that. Oh, don't make it. My Redemptor is going to charge into the guys over here. Yep, he's in. And then my guys over here are going to charge into his dude bros over here. He is going to spend a CP to Overwatch here. And so he's going to be hitting on 5s because of the prepared positions. All right, so the crack grenade hits, as do 2, 3. Wait, oh, bolters, regular bolter shots. That's what the ones. Okay, I get the red ones were previously, so that's why I had that. These are going to be wounding on 4s on the red, 3s on the white there. I think trick 6. Yeah.
These are bolters, so they're not.
Oh, they're bolters, so they'd be wounding on 5s. So
reroll for the
reroll because of Salamanders. Nope, not going to be. So that's going to be 2 wounds there. AP -1 because it's the second battle round, and they've got tactics there, right?
I haven't switched mine, right?
No, I think. Oh, 1 second. All right, so these are just going to be AP -1 because it is just the second battle round, so you don't have to choose. It's not when you start on your turn there. So he is going to have to take it over here. So he's going to have 2 4-up saves to make. Oh, he's going to die. That was close, but anyway. So now he's going to try to make the charge over here. 7 inches, I think. Well, that was a 6. 7 inches, I think we'll make it. JK, he's like just over 8 inches away, so he will not be able to make it into combat with them. So womp womp. And now my Redemptor is going to attack into these guys over here. So he's going to have 5 attacks on the charge, hitting it on 3s. That's going to be 3 hits. Wounding on 2s. That's going to be 3 wounds. AP -3, 6-up saves. No, that's going to be 3 dead guys because of D3 plus 3 damage, so it kills them. And now these guys, because the defensible, they took +1 to hit over here, are going to fight back, so they're going to be hitting on 2s. Okay, and then these are going to be wounding on, I think he's tough.
I think he's tough 8, isn't he?
Tough, he might be. One second. Tough 7, so looking for 5s. Getting 1 wound over there.
I'll reroll.
Reroll 1. That's going to be 2 wounds there. AP nothing on these.
-1, that's the chainsword.
-1 because of the chainsword there, because he did have to do it separate. Oh, that's why you had to do it separate. I was like, you just do it together, it doesn't make a difference. But I forgot about the chainswords now having a -1 on his sergeant over there. So -1, so 4 ups. Make 1, fail 1, take 1 wound. All right, now his Blade Guard veterans are going to attack into my dude bro over here, into my drop pod.
2s,
hitting on
5s.
Hitting on 2s, and then looking for 5s to wound.
Reroll 1 of these.
Reroll 1. That's going to be 1. Oh, cocked there. Yep, that's fine. So that's going to be 5 there.
Yeah.
AP -3. So looking for 6-up saves. Make 2 of them. So 6 damage. He might still be alive. Yeah, he's got 2 wounds left.
Slap fight.
Slap fight. This is the ancient.
Yeah.
And then looking for 5s to wound. Uh-oh, getting 2 of them. Rerolling 1. Getting 2 of them.
Fail
2 3-up saves. Oh, but I make 1. He's down to 1. He's still alive. We do have 1 leadership test to take over here. These guys lost 3. 3 plus 5 is... No, they're good. I think 8. I think because the sergeant's still around. He's so close. So he's good to go over there. So that is going to be it for the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 2. I do have engage on all fronts yet again. So I'll get that for 3 points. And that is going to be it. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Wyrmlords here on turn 2. Movement phase for the Wyrmlords here on turn 2. These guys over here stayed their ground where they were. These guys stayed in combat over here. He moved over here, his chaplain. He also got off both of his litanies they put. So it's a litany of hate, so rerolling hit rolls. And he also got off his supercharge. So he's Super Saiyan chaplain over there, doing his Super Saiyan chaplain things. Then in the reserve moves, his drop pod dropped out over here, disembarking the Devastator squad and the company champion. And then his chapter master finally decided to show up over here. So that is going to be it for the movement phase for the Wyrmlords. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. Starting off, his squad over here is going to fire into my Outriders. The white's going to be a pistol, the red are going to be heavy bolters, and the purple are going to be bolters. These are going to be wounding on 5s and 4, so you're getting 2.
Reroll this one then.
Reroll the 1 wound. Nope. So that's going to be 2 at AP nothing and 1 at... 2 at AP 1 and then 1 at AP 1 as well.
Yeah.
So they're all at AP -1.
They do different damage stuff.
Oh, they do different damage. I forgot that's 2 damage. I keep forgetting about these changes. So we'll do the heavy bolter one first. So it's AP -1, looking for a 4-up. Not gonna get it. I'm gonna let that one go. And then we got the 2 that are AP -1, 1 damage. Making both of those. Woo! Then his chaplain over here is gonna fire his twin assault bolters. That's gonna be 3 hits, looking for 5s to wound. Reroll 1 because of being Salamanders. So that's gonna be 2 at AP -2 because of it being tactical doctrine. So looking for 5-up saves because they did move. So I got a 5-up invul, but I also have 5-up armor save. Making 1, failing 1, so that's gonna be 1 damage. All right, so now the Blade Guard veterans and the Blade Guard Ancient are going to fire their heavy bolt pistols into the drop pod over there. That's going to be going to get 2 hits. Looking for 5s. 1 wound. Reroll because of Salamanders. That's going to be 2 wounds. These are going to be AP -1 because it's still they're pistols. Looking for 4-up saves. No, that 3 will fail. So does he explode? Do it! 6, fill face! No, he did. This squad over here, one guy can't see, and one guy, the one guy can't see, and the one guy's dead. Yeah. One guy can't see, and then the sergeant isn't in range, so it's actually going to be 2 bolter shots. Yeah. All right, cool. These are going to fire into my Hellblaster. So that's going to be not hitting on those ones. And then these are going to be wounding on 3s and 4. So that's going to be re-rolling 1 because of Salamanders. So that's going to be 1 hit there. So these are going to be, we'll do the regular bolter first. So that's AP -1 because of Devastator Doctrine. Yeah, I'll do it into a guy in cover. Why not? So it's looking for a 3-up save. Yep, he makes that one. And then AP -1 for the heavy bolter. Again, the guy in the save and the cover, looking for 3-up. And he makes it with a fill face. All right, so my opponent during the movement phase had spent 2 CP to keep these guys as if they were standing still after they had disembarked over here. They're going to fire into my Hellblasters over here. So we've got 8 shots with the multi-meltas going into them over here.
So this is just the non-signum.
So these are the non-signum ones. So these are hitting on 3s. All right, and then you've got well, why don't you do the signum as well now? So, okay. And then 2 on 2s, getting 1 more hit there. Nope. Yeah, not the 1. Wounding on 2s. That is going to be re-rolling because of Salamanders. The dice have spoken. So that's going to be 3 at AP -4. I'll take them on the guys in cover over there because otherwise I get no save. So we're going to have 3 guys over there. So it's 3 wounds. These are going to be looking for 6-up saves. Showing those fill faces. Getting 1. So that's going to be 2 that go through. So the first one, D6, he's not in range for a double. That's going to be a dead guy. And then he's not within 3 inches over there, unfortunately. So I don't get the feeling of pain. And then he's dead. So that's 2 dead guys. Then he's going to spend use his Armorium Cherub that he has in here. So I imagine the Signum guy is the one you want to choose.
Yes, please.
So hitting on 2s. Oh, that's 2 hits. And that's going to be 1 wound, re-rolling. Oh, no, you already re-rolled. I think because you already re-rolled its unit. I don't think so. Well, one second. All right, so you can re-roll it with the ability because it's the unit, once they're selected to shoot, and this is still selecting to shoot, and they can shoot again, but it's still the same thing. So you already spent the re-roll, the Salamanders re-roll, the Salamanders. But now he's going to spend 1 CP to re-roll with his, there you go. So that's going to be 2 wounds there. I do have 2 guys that are on cover over there. Looking for fill faces. No, neither of them. So the first one is going to be 1 wound and then kills the next guy. Now his Stormbolter from the drop pod is going to shoot into my intercessors over here. So that's going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of Salamander. That's going to be 1 wound. AP -1 because of Tactical Doctrine. These are now going to be looking for 3-up save because they're in cover. Yeah, he good. His company champion over here is now going to start us off in the assault phase. He is going to charge into my my intercessors over here. I'm not going to fire Overwatch, so he needs a 9-inch charge to get in. Does not make it. His chaplain is going to charge into my Redemptor Dreadnought. He cannot fire because he's still engaged with his guys over there. They couldn't shoot, though, because they can't see through that wall, but they are within an inch of each other. He just barely, but he makes it. That's all that matters. And now his Blade Guard Ancient is going to charge into my Inceptors over here. Not my Inceptors, the Infiltrators over here. Nope. That's going to be, nope, no charge. Now the Blade Guard Veterans are going to charge in over here. They do make it with a 6. All right, so into the fight phase. His chaplain here is going to start us off here. He is going to spend, was it 2 CP?
1.
1 CP on Strength of the Primarch on him, which gives him +1 strength, and plus, or on wounds of a 6 is ×2 damage to his weapon there. So he's going to be, that would make him strength 5 and ×2 damage on his weapon. He also has the relic Crozius Arcanum there, which is strength +2, AP -2, 3 damage, and on a wound roll of a 6, it does a mortal wound in addition. And he also has his litany off, which gives him strength +1. What was it? Strength +1 and +1 damage, +1 strength and +1 damage to his weapon. So he's going to have 5 attacks on the charge, hitting on 2s because he is a chaplain, re-rolling because of his litany of hate. He's then going to be strength base 4, +1 for his because of the litany, +1 because of the stratagem, and +2 because of the Crozius Arcanum, which will give him a total of strength 8. So he's going to be wounding on 3s. Wounds of 6 do a mortal wound, plus they also do ×2 damage. So it's going to be ×2, which would make it, because his this relic Crozius Arcanum strength 3 makes it or 3 damage, would give him 6 damage, +1 because of the 6 also from the strength of the Primarch. So it would be 7 damage. And then Duty Eternal would remove 1 of those damage down to a 6 again on those. And it would down to a 2 on all the other ones that aren't 6s, correct? All right. Let's see what happens. Anyway, 5 attacks hitting on 2s. That's going to be all hits. Wounding on 3s. Rerolling because of Salamanders. No. So that's going to be 1 6 there, and then 3 other ones. So you got the 1 6. So he's already going to take 1 mortal wound. So he's going to be down to 11. Then we'll do the roll for that 6 there. Looking for a 5 up. No, I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll this one. No, still not. So now he's going to take 6 damage because of Duty Eternal, because it would be up at 7 -1 because of Duty Eternal, down to 5. We now have 3 other ones here at AP -2. We're looking for 5 up saves on these ones. If I fail all of these, he's dead. If I make
2, they're 3 damage apiece.
-1 because no.
-1. Yeah, they're 4 damage.
Wait 1 second.
Flat attack.
Yeah, they are going to be 3 damage after Duty Eternal, because it's +1 because of his litany that's going off there, which is why it became 7 damage for the last one instead of this. So if I fail 2 of these, he's dead. Come on, baby, you can make him. Show me those 5 ups. No, he is totally dead. Let's see if he explodes on a 6. No, he's just flopped over. All right, I'm going to spend 2 CP to interrupt over here with my infiltrators. Because they didn't move as Dark Angels, and it doesn't count if you pile in or consolidate, my guys are going to get +1 to hit over here. So they're going to attack in. They've got 16 attacks because they were charged over here, hitting on 2s. Okie dokie. No rerolls, but that's fine. And then these are going to be strength 4, toughness 4, looking for 4s to wound. Okie dokie. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are going to be AP nothing, so they've got 2 up armor save because of their storm shields and their 3 up armor. Oh, failing 3 of them. Gosh. So that's going to be 1 dead guy. And now his guys are going to attack back. 2s to hit because of the they're within 6 inches here, dude, bro. Yeah. And then these are going to be strength 4, so 4s to wound. Oh no, +1, 3s to wound, 3s to wound. Reroll because of Salamander. Bad. All right, so that's going to be 5 wounds there. These are going to be looking for 6 up saves because it's AP -3, but they're 2 damage apiece. So if I fail all of these, they're dead. So here we go. Come on, baby. But I make that one fill face, they're still alive. All right, so that's going to be it for the turn here for the Wyrmlords. And that's also going to be the end of battle round 2 here. I did spend 2 CP to keep him around because Now get here, it's if he had died, I would have lost 2 points for not having the moment thing. So the special, my secondary from the book here, I would have lost 2 points for not having a unit wholly within 6 inches of the table center. If he had died, I would have lost the 2 points. But if I had failed the morale test, I would have lost those 2 points, and I would have lost, because I failed a morale test, I would have lost another point. So it would have been a 3-point swing to lose this guy over here. So he is just going to, I'm going to spend the 2 CP. It's worth the 3-point swing there. So those are the 3 points that I get from that, because I did not kill a vehicle or a character or a monster during this battle round, so I don't get the point for that. But I do get 2 points for the center, and I do get 2 points for not failing a morale test. So that is going to be it. My opponent does have engage on all fronts for 2 points, because he's got those guys over there. And that is going to be it for the Wyrmlords here on turn 2. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 3. Movement phase here for the Dark Angels on turn 3. We have my intercessors are going to stay still over here. My bikers moved up over there, looking on his tactical squad over there. These guys moved around a bit just so they can get some line of sight onto, make sure everyone's in line of sight of his Devastator squad over here. These guys moved up over here. At the end of the movement phase, the Apothecary spent 1 CP to bring back one of them. My Chaplain and the Chapter Master and my dude bro, my lieutenant over here, moved up. These guys moved up closer to this guy. This guy did fall back over here, which means I will lose 1 point for honor the moment, or something the moment. What is it? Something a moment, whatever it is. My secondary there. Oath of the moment. But I do think that he would be slaughtered anyway, and that would lose me 2 points for that anyway, so I don't think I wanted to do that. And these guys dropped in at the end, more than 9 inches away, and I spent 2 CP to have them stand still, act as if they're standing still. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. My Eradicators are still in reserves. So that is going to be it for my movement phase. Okay, the reason they're still in reserves, this is turn 3. You're thinking that they're probably going to die. They changed it now. You can stay in reserves until the end of the game. They don't have a in by turn 3 thing. So. All right, so that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, we're going to start off the shooting phase with my Inceptors here. They are going to supercharge, firing into his Chaplain on a bike over there. So the first guy is going to have 2d3 shots. I am going to supercharge with these. So the first one is 2d3 shots. It's going to be 2 shots. Hitting on 2s because they count as having stood still. That's going to be 2 hits. The next guy is going to have 2d3 shots. He's going to have 3 shots. Hitting on 2s. So he's going to have 2 hits, but he will be dead. And then the last guy will have 2d3 shots. Getting 4 shots. Hitting on 2s. That's going to be dead as well, but he gets 3 hits in there. So 2 of them are dead. Let's hope that this works out. Strength 8, because they supercharged. These are going to be looking for toughness 5. So looking for 3s to wound. Alrighty, that's a bunch of 2s. That's going to be 4. He needs a 4-up invul save to try to survive these. And he makes every single one of them. Bikers are going to fire into the tactical squad over here, hitting on 3s. Alright, these are going to be wounding on 4s. Oh, buddy, 2. At AP minus 2, plus 1 because they're in cover, so 4-ups. Makes 1, fails 1. These guys are going to fire into the Devastator squad. They didn't stand still, so hitting on 3s. Okay. And then wounding on 4s. 1, 2, 3, 3 at AP minus 2. In cover, 4-up saves. That's 1 dead. And now my Terminators are going to fire into the guys over here. They're going to be hitting on 3s because they moved. Rerolling 1s because the Chapter Master is over there. Okie dokie. And then these are going to be wounding on 4s. Rerolling 1s because of the Lieutenant over there. Okie dokie. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, AP -1, but he ignores that, so it's going to be 2 up saves in cover over there. Failing 2 of them, so it's another dead guy. And then the assault cannon. Rerolling 1s. He did move, so these are going to be hitting on 4s. And that's a wound, though. 2 up. No, he good. All right, my lieutenant's going to fire into them with his Volkite pistol. 2 shots. It's going to be 1 hit. Never mind, that's 2 hits. They've got 2+2+ now. So that's going to be strength 5, looking for 3s to wound. That's going to be 2 wounds. AP nothing. None of those were 6s, so those don't do mortal wounds. Failing 1, so that's 2 damage. That's a dead guy. Alrighty, so now my Hellblasters here. 2 of them are going to fire into his Blade Guard Ancient over here, and the other 4 are going to fire into his Blade Guard Veterans. So we're going to start with the 2 into the Blade Guard Ancient. They are going to supercharge, so we're going to start with the first one here. These are going to be hitting on 3s. But they reroll everything because of the Chapter Master giving them their his special ability over there. So that's going to be 2 hits from the first guy into the Blade Guard Ancient. That's going to be 2 more hits into the Blade Guard Ancient. These are going to be wounding on 2s. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant. No, but 3 at AP -5 is just going to go straight through. So that's going to be 6 damage, which will just kill him.
Oh, no.
He does get the banner roll to see if he goes, and he does on a 5+, I believe. He'll shoot at the Hellblaster over there. That is a hit, but that's not a wound. Sell and a reroll, but no. And then 4 guys are firing into the Blade Guard Ancients. So we'll do 1 at a time. Rerolling because of Chapter Master. Rerolling because of Chapter Master. That's going to be 2 hits. Rerolling because of Chapter Master, because he was the one they gave it. All right, these are all going to be wounding on 2s. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant. All right, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 up in Vol saves. The Storm Shields.
Ooh, no.
No, they are going to be dead. Into the assault phase. My Dubras here have a 4-inch charge to get in over here. They will be in. And now my bikers here are going to charge into his Tactical Marines. He is going to spend a CP to Overwatch, and he's going to give the Overwatching on 5s ability over here. So these are going to be hitting on 5s. Getting just the crack grenade, which is still pretty good if you're going to get that against bikers. Toughness 5.
So what, 3, right?
3? No, no wound. Rerolling because of Salamanders? No, not meant to be.
Good.
And their charge is totally in. And here come my attacks over here. We're going to start with the Outriders into his tactical squad. They have the 2 attacks base on the regular guy, 3 attacks on the sergeant. They each get 2 attacks each on the charge because of devastating charge. They also get +1 attack on the charge because of shock assault, and they also get +1 attack because of the Astartes chainswords there. So he's going to have a total of 13 attacks from these 2 guys into his Dubros, hitting on 3s. Okie dokie. Wounding on 4s. Yay. 3. AP -1, but he ignores that, so 3 ups. Makes them all. So now my Terminators are going to attack into his tactical squad over here. We're going to do the Power Fist first. These are going to be hitting on 4s because they are -1 to hit. All right, pretty good. These are strength × 2, so looking for 2s to wound. All right, these are going to be AP -2. So these are going to now be, AP -3.
Yes,
3.
6s.
7, so looking for 6s. Making 1, but they're 2 damage apiece, so that's going to kill the squad. And now his tactical squad is going to attack back here. The blue one, the purple ones, the big ones are going to be for the sergeant, because he's got the Astartes chainsword there, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. All right, so that's going to be 3 with the Astartes chainswords, rerolling 1 because of Salamanders. Inception into a wound. All right, so we've got 2 at no AP. So we'll do those ones. 3 up saves. Failed once. That's going to be my dead biker over there. And then we've got 3 at AP -1, so 4 up saves. Making 1 of those, taking 2 damage. All right, so that's going to be the end of the Dark Angel's turn here. I did get 3 points for Assassinate, and I did get 3 points for Engage on all fronts. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Wyrmlords here on turn 3. Movement phase for the Wyrmlords here on turn 3. Drop pod had to stay still, obviously. The company champion moved up here on the other side of this wall, looking to charge into my dude bros. These guys over here moved up here and then started raising the banner. Both his apothecary and his chapter master moved up over this way, as did his chaplain moving over here. He did not inspire any of his litanies right now because that will be important soon. These guys moved up through the wall over here, and those guys stayed in combat with them back there. At the end of the movement phase, he did drop in his Terminator squad back over here, more than 12 inches from that guy and more than 9 inches from everyone else. So pretty brutal. We'll see how this all plays out. So that is going to be the end of the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. At the beginning of the phase, my opponent spent the CP with Inspiring Order over here to auto inspire his +2 to the charge to them over there, which is pretty cool. And now over here, we're going to start in the shooting phase. This tactical squad is going to fire in there. It is 2 CP, but he gets it for 1 CP because he is the Master of Sanctity that he paid the points for. So now these guys here are going to fire into my Infiltrate over there. So these are going to be hitting on 4s and 3. All right, that's how you do that, sir. Wounding on 3 and 4. 3s and 4s, so it's just going to be rerolling because of Salamander. So it's going to be 1, that's AP 0, +1 because he's in cover over there. So it's going to be a 2-up save. Makes that one. And then we've got 3 that are at AP -1, +1 because he's in cover over there. So looking for 3-up saves. Making them all with fill faces. Woo! 4 pistols from these guys into my dude bro. Hitting on 3s. That's going to be all hits. These are going to be looking for 5s to wound. Rerolling because of Salamander. That's going to be 2 wounds. Looking for 3-up saves. Drop dice don't count, but that's good. And his chaplain is going to fire into my Hellblasters. Hitting on 2s. 3s, sorry. Wounding on 4s. Rerolling because of Salamander. So it's going to be 1 wound there. AP -2 because it is Tactical Doctrine. So looking for 5-up save. Yeah, they good. Now his company champion is going to throw a crack grenade through the window over there into those guys. Not getting a hit. And then Stormbolter into them. That's going to get 1 hit. That's going to be a wound. AP -1, +1, 3-up. No, take a wound. All right, so his chapter master now is going to charge into my Hellblasters. Because this is obscuring, I cannot see him across there to shoot at him. So he is now going to roll. He he needs a 6-inch charge, but he's getting the +2 because of the auto pass litany over there. So these are now going to be looking for a 4-inch charge. Oh, he's way in.
On the dice.
All right, so now his guys over here are going to charge in. They are a 9-inch charge away, but they're within range for the +2 to their charge because of the litany. So here we go, needing a 7-inch charge. Oh, just getting it. Now his chaplain's going to charge in over here. He needs a 7-inch charge, so a 5 on the dice. And he's in. So now my dude bros over here are going to be charged by the company champion. I'm going to spend my last CP to Overwatch with them. These are going to be hitting on 6s. Getting 2 hits. Strength 4, toughness 4. Looking for 4 to wound. That's going to be 1 at AP -2. He's good. And his charge distance is in. Yeah. All right, so now his dude bro over here is going to attack into my Hellblasters dude bro. His chaplain on a bike. So he's going to have 5 attacks on the charge, hitting on 2s. Does not reroll because Captain, the chapter master does get to reroll. Core? No, he's not core. He's a character. Yeah, not a core. So no rerolls there. These are going to be strength +2. So looking at strength 6, so 3s to wound. That's going to be 3 wounds. Rerolling 1 because of Salamander. So that's going to be 4 wounds there. AP -2 is going to be looking for 5-up saves. Making 1, failing 3. Those are 2 damage apiece, correct? 3 damage apiece. All right. So that's going to be, how many went through? Was that
3?
3 went through. So it's going to be 3 damage apiece. So the first one, feel no pain because of my apothecary over there. 6s. Nope, that's going to be 1 dead guy. 6s. That's going to be a dead guy there because it's 2 damage. And then the last one. 6s. No, dead guy. So now his captain over here, or his chapter master, is going to attack into my Hell Blasters. So he's going to have his 5 attacks here, hitting on 3s because it's a Thunder Hammer, re-rolling nothing because he's not core, and then wounding on 2s. That's going to be 2 wounds there. Yep. AP minus 2 now, right, for Thunder Hammers? I think so. I think Thunder. 1 second. Yep. So AP minus 2 now. So these are going to be looking for 5-up saves, and I make 1, fail 1. So this is now going to be 3 flat damage. So I've got 6 up, feel no pains. And I failed all of them, so that's a dead guy. All right, so now his Terminators here, his assault squad is going to attack into my Terminators. So here's the thing. He's going to use the Lightning Claws first. So 6 of them got into combat. 2 of them were just not able to make it. So 6 of them are going to attack in here. They have 2 attacks base, plus 1 for the charge, and then plus 1 for each Lightning Claw they have. That's how Lightning Claws work now. So he's going to have 5 attacks for each of them. So it's going to be 30 attacks with these Lightning Claws. He did spend CP on Fury of the First, which gives them plus 1 to attack. And he's also going to... Plus 1 to hit. Sorry. Yeah, plus 1 to hit. He's also going to give them 1 CP for Strength of the Primarch. So he is going to be hitting on 2s, re-rolling because of his Chapter Master. And then he is going to be wounding on 3s, re-rolling because of the Lightning Claws. But now, because of the FAQ, my Deathwing Terminators here have the Inner Circle special rule, which means that you cannot wound them on dice rolls of 1 through 3. So they've got basically transhuman physiology just built into them, which is pretty awesome. So it's going to be wounding on 4s, re-rolling because of his Lightning Claws here. So 30 attacks, hitting on 2s. Re-rolling the 2 1s that he got. Yep. Wounded on 4s. Re-rolling. All right, so now his wounds are going over here. These 6s of the Strength of the Primarch are going to be damage 2, so we're going to do those ones first. So that's going to be 2 AP minus 2, so these are looking for 4-up saves. Making 3 of them, so that's actually going to be 3, or that will kill 1 guy, and then 1 guy has 1 wound left. And then we have 18 5-up saves that are going to be 1 damage apiece. 4-up saves that are going to be 1 damage apiece. So that's going to be kill the next guy. That's going to kill another 3rd guy, 4th guy, 5th guy. The squad is wiped. So now his company commander over here, not company commander, company champion is going to fight back over here. He's going to have 5 attacks on the charge, hitting on 2s. That's going to be wounding on 3s because it's a Mastercrafted sword he's got there. So that's going to be 3, re-rolling 1 because of Salamander. So that's going to be 4 wounds. AP minus 3, so looking for 6-up saves. Some of them fill faces. Getting 1 of them there, so it's going to be 3 damage 2, so that's going to be 3 dead guys. And then I start the attacks back over here with my guy. So 4 attacks, 3 base plus 1 for the chainsword, hitting on 3s. That's going to be 3 hits. Wounding on 4s. That's going to be 2 wounds. 3-up saves because he ignores AP minus 1. That's going to be another dead guy. And now these guys are going to attack back over here. Hitting on 3s. Wow. And then wounding on 5s. Rerolling 1 because of Salamanders. Okay. So that's going to be 1 at AP minus 1 for a Stardy's Chainsword. That's going to take a wound. And then I got 2 3-up saves or he's dead. Oh, he did. Oh, and I got no CP. And now my Chapter Master, who heroically intervened over here, is going to attack into his Chapter Master. I'm going to have 6 attacks with this with his Mastercrafted Power Sword because he heroically intervened, hitting on 2s. Cannot reroll because he is not core, so he doesn't do that for himself. Strength plus 1, but we both took the Relic, which gives us plus 1 toughness, plus 1 wound here. So these are going to be wounding on 4s. No rerolling 1s because he is not core and doesn't get it from his lieutenant there. So that's going to be 2 wounds at AP minus 3.
Pass with 2 accidental 1.
Makes both of those. And now my Hell Blasters are going to attack back into his, into the Dubro over there. So these are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attacks on them because they got charged in. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling everything because they were the ones that were chosen for the Chapter Master over there. Okay. And then these are going to be wounding on 5s. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant over there. So that's going to be 2 wounds there. AP, nothing. Fakes them both. Yeah. And now over here, my guys are going to attack back into his company champion over here. So we're going to go with the regular guy first, hitting on 3s. That's going to be all hits. Wounding on... Oh, actually, they were hitting on 2s because they didn't move because of this turn. So these are going to be wounding on 4s. That's going to be 1 wound.
2 up.
2 up. Inception takes a wound. And then the sergeant with a power sword is hitting on 2s because he didn't move. That's going to be all hits. Wounding on +1, so 3s.
Yep.
That is going to be all wounds, AP -3. 5 ups?
+1 to his save. So.
+1 to his save.
So yeah, with 5 ups.
Yeah, 5 ups.
Oh no.
Oh no, he is going to be dead. All right, so that's going to be it for the Wyrmlord's turn here on that turn. My opponent did not kill more. Did you kill more than me? I can't remember. No, I don't think so. No, I killed more than him. So he does not get grind him down. He does get engage on all fronts for 2 points because he's just got the 3 quarters over here. And I think that, and raise the banners. Oh, he did raise the banner over here so he can start getting it again on his next command phase. So that's going to be it for round 3. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 4. So we've got some leadership tests to take over here. These guys lost 3, so 3 + 6 is 9. I failed that. Yeah, that's exactly what I needed to fail. So he's going to run away, but then Dark Angels auto pass the attrition rolls there, so I'm not going to have anyone else roll there. But that guy did die. And then over here I lost 4. They got the leadership from the chaplain there. So 4 + 3 is good to go. So because of that, though, I did lose a point from Oath of Moment. Movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 4. My Intercessor Sergeant moved up so you can get some line of sight on those dude bros. Over here, these guys stayed on the objective. Still been getting me points. My Inceptor dropped down here within range of the objective. And looking down on these guys over here. He stayed where he was in the middle of the table. Actually, you know what? No, he's going to move over to here. So he's out of line of sight for those guys. But he's still within 6 inches of the table edge, of the table center there. Over here, my lieutenant moved around, staying 1 inch away from his Terminators. And over here, my chaplain moved up around over on this side, and my apothecary moved up over this way. So that is going to be, as if I could forget about these guys, my Eradicators dropped in over here within 6 inches of the table edge, more than 9 inches away from his guys, looking on those guys. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you at the shooting phase. So these guys over here are going to fire into his Devastator squad. They're going to shoot twice since they're both choosing them. They're shooting everything into them over there. So it's going to be hitting on 3s. All right, so that's going to be 5 hits. Wounding on 2s. That's going to be all wounds. AP goes straight through their armor there. So these are going to be D3 damage a piece. So the first one, they got 2 wounds.
Hey.
That's going to kill a guy. The next one is going to kill a guy. Third one is not. So that's going to be 3 dead guys. My Intercessor Sergeant is going to fire into him over there. That's going to be 2 hits. That's going to be 2 wounds. AP -1 because now we're in the Assault Doctrine on turn 4. So he's going to take a wound. My chaplain over here is going to fire into him. That's maybe a hit now. That is not a hit. My lieutenant's going to fire into the Terminators over here. Not getting to reroll, so that's going to be 1 hit. That is a wound and a mortal wound, so 1 will take a mortal wound. And then it's AP nothing, so it's a 2-up save. No! So that's going to be 2 damage, so that's going to kill a Terminator. Now my guy over here, my Inceptor, is going to supercharge into these guys over here. So he's going to have 2d3 shots. That's going to be 6 shots. That's what I needed. Hitting on 3s. I'm going to spend a CP to reroll this so he doesn't die. Oh, I thought he was going to die anyway. So that's going to be 5 hits. These are going to be wounding on 2s. That's going to be 5 wounds at AP -3. +1 because they're in cover there, so looking for 5-up saves. No, they will be dead at 2 damage apiece. All right, so now my Hellblasters here are going to fire into his Chapter Master. Rerolling because of their Chapter Master. Wounding on 5s. That's going to be 1 wound. AP -1, but oh yeah, that's going to make a difference. And then my Chapter Master is going to fire into him. That's going to be a hit. That is a wound. AP -1 second. AP -2 because of the Assault Doctrine. Oh, he takes another wound. Into the charge phase. My Lieutenant's going to charge into the Chapter Master. That's going to be in. And then my Chaplain's going to charge into his Chaplain. And he's in. So now my Lieutenant's going to start us off by attacking into the Chapter Master here. He's going to have 5 attacks, hitting on 2s. All right, re-rolling because of the Litany of Hate over there. So because that goes for core and characters. That's going to go. So that's going to be 5 hits. Strength +1, strength 5. He's toughness 5 because of his relic over there. So 4s to wound. I don't think he gives himself that reroll. So it's just going to be 1 at AP -2. Goes through there for 2 damage. All right, so now his Chaplain is going to interrupt for 2 CP into my Chaplain. So he's going to be hitting on 2s. It's going to be all hits. Strength,
6.
Strength 6, so 3s to wound. Oh, buddy, that's how you do that. So that's going to be 5 wounds there. AP -2. So he is going to have 4-up Rosarius save. And I make them all! Woo! And now my Chaplain's going to smack him back for that kind of insult. So it's going to be 6 attacks here on the charge. Hitting on 2s. Rerolling because of his Litany. That's going to be all hits. Strength +2, so looking for 3s to wound. Rerolling, no, 1s is only because of his only core. So that's going to be 3. AP -1. That's going to go through for 2 damage.
You got 4-up.
It's actually 4-up Rosaria save is why he made that. I was thinking AP -2 would make a difference, but it doesn't. All right, so now his Chapter Master is going to put all his attacks into me. Because he got charged, he gets 1 attack, but he's got a +1 attack, but he's going to put them all into my Chapter Master over here. So that's going to be hitting on 3s. No rerolls because he doesn't help himself there. You're going to spend a CP, your last CP to reroll it.
No, I need to save.
He's going to save it there.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to be 2 wounding on 3, so that's going to be 1 wound. Rerolling because of Salamanders, but not meant to be. So that's going to be 1. AP -2. I've got a 2-up armor save. Plus I have the Relic Shield, which would make it a 1-up armor save. -2 means that I've got a 3-up save. So looking for a 3-up save. Yeah, he good. So now my Chapter Master is going to attack back. 5 attacks base. Hitting on 2s. That's going to be 4 hits. These are now going to be strength +1. So looking for 4s to wound because he's also tough 5. That's going to be all wounds there. AP -4 now because of this. So it's 4-up shield save. Fails 2 of them. That would kill him with the 2 damage there. He's going to spend a CP to reroll it. No. Oh, no, and he goes down. And then my Hellblaster going to attack into his Chaplain. 5 attacks, 3 from the Sergeant, 2 from the regular guy. Hitting on 2s, though, because they didn't move. Rerolling because of the Chapter Master. That's going to be all hits. Wounding on 5s. Not going to... Just getting the 1 wound there. AP -1. Oh, that's going to go through. All right, that's going to be the end of the Dark Angel's turn here. We do have a leadership test to take over here. He lost 3 guys. 3 + 4 is 7. He should be good to go. So he is going to be fine. And that's going to be it for the Dark Angel's turn there. I did get engage on all fronts. I do have that. And that is, I think, it that I got for this one. Oath of the Moment happens there. Oh, no, I killed another character. So I got another 3 points for that one. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Wyrmlords here on turn 4. Movement phase for the Wyrmlords here on turn 4. These guys have moved up over this way looking to try to take out my Inceptor. He stood still over here with his 1 wound left. These guys dropped in back over here within 6 inches of the table edge here, and because it's turn 4, he can definitely go into my deployment zone. He stood still because that's what he does now. Over here, the Chaplain stayed in combat, and then the Terminators are getting ready to make their charge over here. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, Crack Grenade and Heavy Bolter over here. Hitting on 3 3s and 4s, because it's -1. There we go. That's how you do that. Wounding on 4 and 5. 4s and 5. Reroll because of Salamander. Nope. So that is going to be 3 wounds there. AP minus -1 and AP -2, I believe, on crack grenade. All right, so AP -2 on the crack grenade over here. That's going to go through there. So that's D3 damage, correct? For 2 damage. Oh boy. And then we got 2 AP -1s, 4 ups. Come on, you can do this. No, he did. His Eradicator is going to fire into my Eradicators over here. Hitting on 3s. And then these are going to be wounding on 3s because they're tough 5. That's going to be 2 wounds. Reroll 1 because of Salamander. Nope, not meant to be there. It's 3s to wound because they're tough 5. Because they're Gravis armor.
Yeah. I'll
gonna spend a CP to reroll that. Okay. No, not meant to be. And then that's gonna be 2 wounds there. AP -4 is gonna go straight through their armor save there. They ain't got no C's. So the first one, D6, is gonna kill a guy and wound a guy. Never mind, it's a +2 because they are within half range over there for the Melta. So it's gonna be 2 guys dead. And now he's going to fire into him over here. 2 shots. Gonna be hitting on 3s. He's good. Wounding on 3s. Getting 1 wound. Reroll because of Salamander. Those are just gonna go straight through. And that is definitely enough to kill him. Okay. Drop pod is gonna fire into my dude bro over here. Getting 2 hits. That is gonna be 2 wounds. 2 up save because he's in cover. Yeah. Oh, takes a wound. And now his focus, his chaplain is going to fire a pistol into the my Hellblaster. That's going to be a hit. That is going to be a wound. AP -2, I think, because I think it's a heavy bolt pistol he's got there. That is going to go through. What's the damage? 2 damage here.
Yeah, it's a
so absolver. Yep. So feel no pain because of my apothecary over there. Nope, I felt those pains. He did. All right. So now his Eradicators are going to charge into my Sergeant over here. So needing a 9-inch charge to get in. Does not make it.
Charge everybody.
And now his Terminators are going to charge everybody over here. He needs a 4. Ooh, does not make it. No, he does not make it because he needed a 4 to get into the Chaplain over here. He wanted to get around there. And a 3-inch charge will not get him in. All right, so into the fight phase now. My Chapter Master into his Chaplain over here. He's going to have 5 attacks. Hitting on 2s. That's going to be all hits. Wounding on Strength +1 is wounding on 4s because he's on a bike there. Not getting a reroll, so that's going to be 4 that go through. AP minus a lot. So he's going to take 1 for 2 damage. So now his Chaplain is going to swing into my Chaplain over here. Hitting on, but re-rolling because of his litany.
I guess, that's true.
That's going to be hits. And then these are going to be wounding on, whatchamacallit?
Strength 6.
6. So that's going to be looking for, so that's going to be 3 wounds there. AP minus 3 at the 4 at this, 3 or 4 at this 3.
Yeah, 3.
Because of being an assault doctrine. So now these are going to be looking for 4 up Rosaria saves. Did he pray to the Emperor? He did enough. He may not have done it the best, but he did enough to keep the Emperor happy with him. He's angry about that, so he's going to try to smack him back. That's going to be all hits. That is going to be 1, 2, 3 wounds there. 4 wounds, sorry. 4 wounds? 4. AP minus 2. He's dead. So he is dead with that. So he is dead. All right, so that is going to be the end of the turn here for the Wyrmlords, and that's going to be the end of turn 4. And that is where we're going to call it because the points are a little bit skewed. That it's not going to make a difference in this last turn here. So at the end of turn 4, not including anything in turn 5 there, my Dark Angels scored, including the 10 points for being battle ready with their painting, scored 88 points. And Marcus's Wyrmlords here scored 36 points, including the 10 points for being painted and based there. So, a victory for the Dark Angels. I think the Dark Angels are going to be very, very good in this edition. I still got to figure out how to really work with all the things that came out in that FAQ, because I kind of tried to make a list that would work entirely with just the codex, because I thought literally as I was driving here I thought that all I would have would have the codex to work with, so I didn't want to do anything that was gonna like cause any problems with this thing. But got the FAQ just in the nick of time and managed to play it exactly as the Dark Angels are supposed to. Man, it's going to be fun to be a Dark Angel player in this edition, I think. They got some really awesome stuff popping up. The Chapter Master did super well. They're super brutal in combat with those guys. I gave both of them one armor Indomitus, and the other one gave the Auric armor from being a Chapter Master. And they both had, 2-up saves, +1 to their saves because of their shields. They had 4-up invul saves. Oh, man, pretty brutal. And then they could just go in there and just start dicing things up. Really, really good stuff. And the Dark Angels, now with the Terminators, including the Deathwing Knights, having Inner Circle, which means that you can't wound them on any dice roll that's 1, 2, or 3. So they basically just have Transhuman automatically built into them. Oh, man, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Losing out on Speed of the Raven, losing out on Weapons of the Dark Age, it kind of hurts. It kind of hurts with your with the figuring out what like Hellblasters, because it was the thought was Hellblasters at damage 3 would be really, really good at taking out a bunch of these 3-wound models that you're going to have, like Heavy Intercessors or any of the Gravis armor, any of the Terminators. They were going to be really good at that. Now they're doing 2 damage apiece. It's still good. I'm not going to complain about it, but at the same time, it kind of hurts. But with Dark Angels, you pop that 2 CP strat. They're hitting on 2s now because it counts as them sitting still. You have a captain over there re-rolling 1s. And you're good to go. I think it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm excited about the Dark Angels going into this edition. But at the same time, like I said, there's a lot of the things that I think really made Space Marines really troubling to a lot of people have been taken down a notch. I think we've got a lot of tools. Don't get me wrong. I still think Space Marines are going to be very strong. But I think that this new codex feels a lot more balanced. Like there's a lot more thinking, a lot more figuring out. You couldn't just like go in there and just brute strength your way through it. It took a lot of figuring out what you were going to do. So yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Marcus. And until next time, stay safe and have fun.